Nice try.
Nice try. You're not trying to escape, are you?
I'm ready. Try again.
Better luck next time.
You're not trying to escape, are you?
It all happened like I knew it would. A single drop of source magic. And, like flies to honey, the monsters swarmed. The rebel panicked. The carnage began. And the magisters pointed their fingers at me. Just as I'd planned. I was shackled and collared and sent to Fort Joy. I'd come here to kill Godwoken. But instead I became part of their story.
So, it wasn't a dream after all. Ah, you're up. Yes. Looks like that collar fits you snugly enough. Nice bit of work, even if I do say so myself.
It seems as though there's a pattern in the blood flow.
There. Not too tight, I hope. The collar, I mean. Oh, not to worry. Every dog has to get used to its leash. In the meantime, your next stop will be Magister William. All passengers have to be registered in the ship's manifest, and he's the chap in charge of the logs. You'll find him on the other side of this deck, in the officers' quarters. The good ship Merryweather. But you can stand at ease there, Private. You do realize you're not in any army here, don't you?
Index fingers pressed to her lips, she pauses a moment to give you a scrutinizing
My word, you do seem a bit befuddled, don't you? Perhaps, oh well, I'm sure you'll soon gather your wits. Most likely. Eventually. In the meantime, all you need to... A new life awaits. And if you're a particularly good girl, perhaps a cure as well. Good gods, there's been
A young magister stands pale and silent. Her knuckles whiten around her weapon as you pass. Behind the magister, a bloodied mass lies in a heap. Gore and limbs lie at odd angles. You can't make out a face amid the mess.
Easy now. You're paling me arse. Why don't you move along? Waters is investigating. She'll figure out who did it. Always does. It's a small ship. His name was Finn. Oddball. Looked to me like he saw something he wished he hadn't before he came here. We'll find out who did it, one way or another.
No known associates. In fact, he seemed quite averse to spending time with the others.
Come on, please, Lothar.
No lesions, no trauma. He was bled by magic.
Never thought you'd end up a prison guard, Vic.
That right. I always knew you'd turn out rotten, Ben Nest. Your kind always hung closest to our divine. Wolves around a campfire.
You've got this wolf on a leash now.
As soon as the Inquisitor gets here, we'll hang him right over the side of this ship. I'm busy watching for clues, sorcerer. Go take your sub-story somewhere else.
I'll tell you if you can keep it quiet long enough for me to listen.
Keep those bolts trained on her, and if she
Never thought you'd end up a prison guard.
Well, well. What have we here? A fresh face in this stale hell.
The lizard looks you up and down, like a farmer would a fetching horse. All of a sudden, he grips you firmly by the chin, with the intent of inspecting your teeth.
You've got this wolf on a leash now.
My, we are fierce, aren't we? Not to worry. Now then, to business. You will answer me 3 questions. The first one is this. Can you cook? Oh, goodness, no. And don't even mention the demon's testes that are... On to the second question. Can you knit, weave? In short, tailor? Yes, I can tell from your vagabond chic, a bag is as good as a shirt kind of style. I shouldn't be getting my hopes up. On then to my final query. Have you the ability to administer the upkeep of one's personal appearance? The delicate art of cosmetics is what I'm after. The very basics, then. I suppose that's a start. So, 3 questions asked, 3 questions answered. As per your own testimony, you can groom, but you have the taste buds of a dung beetle and the fashion sense of a monkey in a clown suit. That won't do at all, see? I'm sad to say I must deny you the opportunity to be my slave. Ever so sorry.
seems to me you should be a little more afraid.
You should probably come to terms with the fact that you've half a mind, full stop.
Boiling a bit of cabbage.
You'll never attain the rank of slave with manners such as that. Still, hone your skills, and one day you may just qualify for a position in a lesser household than mine. You keep...
Never thought you'd end up a prison guard, Vic.
That right? I always knew you'd turn up, Dalton.
I spent my life singing for my slaves to bring me my supper. Meanwhile, the Magisters feast on honeyed meat behind this very wall. The indignity.
You've got this wolf on a leash now.
As soon as the Inquisitor gets here, we'll hang you right over the side of the ship with it.
Ah, there you are, wife. Would you please tell this very charming gaggle of not-at-all brat-like babes that I am by no accounts this Losa woman, nor do I sing, in fact. I'm deathly, deathly allergical.
One of us will get our own. They're picking us off one by one.
How very correct you are, spouse of mine. Madame Josephine Gribbles de Peeb refuses to be confused with anyone else. What? What's so funny?
Her pinched face cracks into a great grin, and she
Yeah, okay, you found me out. Go on and git, and maybe I'll sing you something when I'm good and ready.
She turns to you, dark-eyed and dirty-haired.
Gotta keep ourselves entertained, haven't we? You'd presume right. Thanks, but I already belong to an elite and exclusive ship gang. We play ball every day after lunch. You're too soft for it. You take care, though.
Suddenly, her eyes cloud to an unnatural black. Greyish veins run down her face as quickly as they came.
Good luck, Chief.
You're a human, like me. That means we're friends already. My mum told me not to make friends with lizards and elves and dwarves and stuff. But I think they're okay. Please, please, please. Do you know Losa? She's a really good singer. I'm better. Wow! You look cool. I like your hair. I like your eyes. I like your colour.
They don't care about us. We're like cattle to them.
Name?
I'll give you that knuckle if you keep carrying on.
Well, you aren't here on my list. Scrammy. We're trying to catch a killer here.
One by one.
Can we just skip to the part where I reassure you and you shut up?
Here's the register, ma'am. You faring okay so far?
Aye, Insufferable, surely.
I'm glad to hear it. You head on in now. Williams will get you sorted fast.
Those bolts trained on her, and if she tries to run, shoot to kill.
You seem on edge, officer. What on earth is the matter?
Standing at the center of the room, you spot a sorcerer haughtily eyeing a pair of nervous-looking magisters. They keep their crossbow trained upon her as she's being interrogated by an officer.
So you admit it then? You murdered that poor fella?
Yes, I did. But of course, that was only the beginning.
She turns her head and looks you straight in the eye.
There are others whose lives must end.
Good God, the woman's mad. You there, sorcerer, go and fetch Magister Siwan. We need to do more than collar this maniac. We need to shackle her, hands and feet.
No, I'm afraid I always perform my part solo. Do stay and watch, though, because...
She reaches for her collar and simply removes...
I'm just about to create a scene.
Subdue her, men, quickly! If she casts Source, the Voidwoken will come. They'll end us all.
She smiles with wicked satisfaction.
Precisely.
What's happened?
What happened? Must have been the turnips. Water? Wine, for goodness sake! Oh!
The lizard's eyes close as he slips into unconsciousness. Magister lies on the floor, unconscious and bleeding from a dire-looking wound. The Magister...
Not long before this thing snaps into splinters! Damn! That doesn't bode well. Onwards and upwards.
Thank the gods. By the...
He eyes the...
Another sorcerer!
He leaps to attention. And you thought Rivellon was flat.
God damn it! Need to get off this wreck and quick. Great God! Something's pounding on the hull!
Marking on the door, you press your palm against the door to open it. The wood, it doesn't budge. The door groans open, but an ashen...
Deathwalk? I need to get out of here now. A lifeboat! That means there's still a chance.
Shut your trap, kid. Children and dwarfs first, just like the old stories say.
The dwarf yanks at one of the nearby ropes to no avail.
You said there were other people down there. We need to help them.
You see those tentacles, kid? It's time for getting the hell out of here.
Thank you! There's a ladder right over there. You can go.
You're gonna be the death of us, you...
If you can walk, get yourself up the ladder. There's a wait! Voidwoken! Voidwoken was supposed to be scary.
I've faced worse. I'm ready.
Let the games begin.
They who are about to triumph salute you.
These beardless bugs won't sink the ship on my watch.
I have plans for you, child. Rise.
Honorable Dallas, we lost a ship sailing sorcerer prisoners to Fort Joy. We assume some escaped and broke their collars. Their vile magic lured the Voidwoken. All who were aboard are presumed dead. Yours faithfully into eternity, High Judge Oriven.
Those Voidwoken made short bloody work of the ship. Am I the lone survivor? This must be Fort Joy. Broken.
The child has a small mirror in his hands. He holds it up at angles, inspecting his eyes, his chin, the crown.
I'm not supposed to talk to strangers. Why? I guess. Well, the people who put me here are human. And are you a sorcerer? One of those guys that brings the bad void things here?
The child looks at you straight on, unafraid.
I don't see any source on you or me. I guess they're wrong or crazy. No one cares where I go. They know I can't leave the island. It's nicer out here than inside anyway. They're gone now. Their magisters took them already. I guess now they're cured. And maybe they're waiting for me back at home. But you didn't die. I guess I am. But it's just normal to be scared. There isn't anywhere safer. You'll see.
You. I know you.
I thought these bloody collars were supposed to keep those things at bay. Drowned and eaten by Voidwoken. I wonder in which order.
you spot a strange lizard gazing over the water. Yes, you recognize him from the ship. It would seem you're not the only one who survived the tentacles of the deep. The lizard turns about with the graceful ease of a dancer, or a duelist.
Yes, I imagine you do. You're made of sterner stuff than I first gave you credit. Chances are I wouldn't have survived the shipwreck had you not returned to the aid of your fellow. You have my gratitude.
Hand over heart, he salutes you with a bob of the head. More than a nod, though less than a bow.
My gratitude is worth a great deal if only you'd realize it. But of course you don't. Now then, if there's nothing further... If you really must know, I haven't quite decided yet. I've a frightful amount of things on my mind, hence my standing here contemplating the waves.
He sighs dramatically.
Tell me, what do you see when you cast your glance over this ocean? Memories. Quite so.
He looks out over the water once more, and so do you.
As for myself, when I consider this vast expanse before us, I see continents dotted with mighty cities. And shimmering along the soft curve of the sea's horizon, I picture the palaces that formed my paradise. Lost. Of course, it's rather specific. Quite obviously, I'm musing over the very actual empire that I lost.
Suddenly, having all the air of being deeply offended,
Well, don't just stand there gawking like an ape at an abacus. Or do you really mean to tell me you don't know who I am? The very same. I am the Red Prince, the All-Conqueror, the World-Tamer. Of course you know me.
There's a brief moment's pause, during which his grandiloquent pose deflects.
That said, I suppose I must own up to the fact that I find myself rather in between all the grandeur that is my fate has hit a bit of a snag. But never you worry. For the throne I was destined, and my throne, then by all means.
He watches you depart without another word.
Black cat. Hello, I've spotted something. I need a shovel.
The cat's eyes are clouded and grey, but it stares at you with its eyes clear, and it shakes its head.
What's this? I found something. I need to dig here. I wonder where this leads.
You hear a small whimpering sound from behind a basket. You peer behind it and find a small human child. The child...
There are monsters here. Lizard ones and real ones. It's really scary. And I miss my ma and pa. Master was a lizard. She sent us here. Me, ma and pa. She was not a nice lady. Lizards aren't nice ladies. It's their fault I'll never see ma and pa again. I'm trying.
Psst! Go! Get out! You're not welcome here. Go!
This is my mistake. You are no pig. You hear me, human. You... You hear me.
Anis, no, I'll protect you.
No, Coral. Go!
But Anis, I can.
Quiet, child. Run, now!
You walk up to a skeleton unlike any you have ever seen before. His skull seems to be carved into approaching.
Bugger. How on earth?
Skeletal fingers reached up.
Damnation. That's stuck fast. Ah! No! Actually, you don't seem half as threatening as those creatures in red. Nowhere in this world is safe. A face that seems right. I would normally employ it. I could then craft a mask to...
The skeleton grabs the corpse.
Yes. Do feel... By which I mean...
Hey, lady. I'm sure glad you went back to save the others. Saw one of them wringing out their tunic at the shore a few hours ago. Say hi for me.
He hasn't changed a bit. Always late.
I don't think I ain't watching. That's your fifth blue jester this round.
What of it?
If you don't like the game, Topsy, you can fold. Looky here, mates. A fresh face. We love fresh faces, don't we? Oh, yes, we do. Why don't you join us in a round of cards? Chuff to you, Chief. Here you...
You glance at your hand. 2 purple monarchs. A hard hand to beat.
Quite the hand, Freshie. Unfortunately, 2 is less than 5, and that's how many purples I've got. I reckon that makes me the winner. Blaming a bloke you just met for your misfortune, are ya? Ease off, or I'll go ahead and double what you... With pleasure.
As your children, your supplicants.
The woman is scrabbling at her throat, as though she can hardly breathe.
Quiet! Better move! It won't budge. I can't.
She listens, matches your breathing. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Thank you. Ah, you. Thank you.
The void worker not attracted to source. But why? When another divine arises, will source change back?
You there. You've just arrived, isn't that right? Are you...
The man's...
I thought I might see if you wanted to get out of this place. Though maybe I have a plan. A good one. But I need a... I've been here a long time. I have a way out of here. It won't be easy. Are you interested? Atta girl. Who wouldn't? The plan's simple. Completely foolproof. There's an artifact that you can... It's found its way into a nest of crocodilians on a secluded beach near... Not enough to trouble a fine specimen such as you. Get that artifact.
Come on then, Lexi. Pay up.
This is not your business, Long Pig.
Don't let this moss muncher talk to you like that.
An intense-looking man
Just stand aside, won't you, mate?
Lone wolves decide their own business.
The thug freezes in...
Pay up, elf. No one shorts Griff. Especially not one of you. Runs the kitchen. Means he runs me, you, and everyone else in camp. Everyone in camp's got...
Food? Protection? I have neither.
You two ought to be thanking... Now come on, elf. If you make me say it again, there's gonna be trouble.
And neither will I.
We got a system.
Is that indigestion? Is that indigestion or is it... Oh God, not now. Follow me, before more of them trouble us.
I've an errand to run around here first.
Remember, past the kitchens, there is a safe place.
Oh, I don't feel so good.
The man rolls his sleeves back down and casually wipes some blood from his cheek.
Good work there. Good work.
He stretches out one rough hand. He grips your hand tight as a vice and shakes it.
Good to meet you, lady. Say, you don't look all that busy. I've just got a small errand to run. And then I'll be looking to get the hell out of here.
He shrugs, looking off to the side.
Mercenaries. It's a job. My job.
He gazes around admiringly.
Funny girl. Stick around a while. That'll change. 2 heads are better than 1. And when push comes...
He grins, sharp teeth glittering in the midday sun.
So, before we hit the road, it's best if we decide battle strategies up front. Should keep more of our blood in. Survival's my main priority. I'll use every trick in the book to keep us alive. But if a wayfarer's not what you're after, I've got other skills. What do you need? Can do. Onwards.
He scans the horizon for threats with one green eye, then nods back at you.
Right you are. Lead the way.
I don't feel so good.
Bishop Alexander and the Hammer are here. Then
Alexander.
I am a
But
proud
wait,
loyal to the order.
he's too well protected here.
Subverting our cause.
Tusa, please.
Your Godwoken... Stay back, sorcerer, and stay silent. Our Godwoken speaks.
We know you've been helping sorcerers escape, Atusa. We have proof.
I'd sooner cut my tongue out than lie to you, Alexander. I know nothing of any escapees.
If you can tell the Godwoken no more, your tongue is of no use. Cut it out.
This can't be serious, Alexander. Come!
You should...
Atusa pinches the tip of her tongue with 2 fingers and brings her dagger to its root. Her eyes squeeze shut. Drops of blood form against the dagger's edge and quickly fall to the ground. She groans.
Stop! My father, may his soul rest in peace, would be disappointed in you, Atusa. To think you would lie to his only son. The fate of our realm hangs in the balance. If you will not help us save it, then you will help the Void destroy it. Dallas?
Yes, Your Holiness?
I believe we're done here.
What a waste. Come, we'll be needed elsewhere.
The Lizard Magister, or what's left of her, lies in a puddle of gore.
Better her than me.
Saw him, didn't you? The Hammer and Alexander. They gave that scaly traitor what for, they did. Proud to serve for the good of humankind. Without us, or in the time of Lucian, of course. Who wouldn't join up with God himself when we lost him? Well, it only made sense to see his will through. Can't for certain, but I reckon when God himself gives his life to protect you, you don't waste the gift. You protect it with everything you've got. So that's what we do. Lucian gave his life to protect Rivellon. If we let the Voidwoken get to it now, Fort Joy ain't no summer camp. No one said it were, but it's the best we've got to protect the realm. When you give up the darkness that's inside you, take your... They're working on a cure for you even now. Got some good leads, so I hear.
Amidst a crowd of screws, bolts, and scraps of metal, the woman is...
And what you after?
Ben.
A grin.
Sure thing. Where's the oil?
Amidst a crowd of screws, bolts, and scraps of metal, the woman is manipulating a glove-like contraption fitted with 5 long metal skewers. She doesn't look up as you approach.
And what you after?
Watch yourself, girl.
So this is Fort Joy.
The delivery. Surely you'll have
Been
one.
disaster.
Oh, excuse me.
Hands out your pockets now.
I won't say it again.
Come on, chap. Don't be unreasonable. Better even to puke yourself to death than get purged, don't you think? You should be happy for greed.
I'm meeting someone here.
See, come on, you stubborn hunk of gut. Ah! Got two of my own, haven't I?
The dwarf spits into each of his calloused palms.
Bleeding nail must be charmed or something. Go on.
You grab the plank and pull.
Forget it.
You get a good look at the hearty fellow. Broad as a harland, he winks and flips a gold coin toward you. It makes a long, high arc, glinting in the sun.
For your trouble. No, but I'd hoped to build something with it that would be worth 1,000. Yeah, but
he sucks a finger and holds it up.
Winds like these, she would have capsized before she reached the break. Well, on to plan B.
He gives you a wry look, as though deciding...
Aye, was planning to build me a raft and paddle off. I've got business north of here, in a town called Driftwood. Far be it from me to miss an appointment. Maybe you don't.
He stands before...
There's something up. Why don't we make a deal then? You help me get out of this place. Happy to trundle around with your funeral, lass. I'll be here when you change your mind.
Ha! Coloured like a dog. A very pink, very long dog. I'd pity you, but Shaka the Ineffable has no patience for weakness. I'd like to see you try, meatbag. Shorth courseth through me like a tidal wave, ready to break this power is my birthright. Same as that, of course. They'll happily dump your maggot-ridden corpse into the sea when they're through with you. Ha! Of course, precious. But which sorcerers dance while magisters pull the strings? Fools! The void will can consume their joy, their misery.
Combs it out all dilly-eyed. You see, he likes it big and strong. Twists and rubs and tweaks the nubs.
Give me your map. I'll show you where to go. And hurry, not a tick of the clock to spare.
When another divine arises, will source change back? What if there are no sources?
Leave it, Sam. I won't say it again.
Please, excuse...
You're talking to me, not her, Sam.
Oh, for the love of Lucian, Balladeer. You're acting like a mad...
Say it again. What you said about my wife. Go on. Go on, Sam.
Well, it's the truth, and you know it. She's better off. So...
A flat smile twitches across Balladeer's lips.
She never did like you.
The man looks for a moment at the corpse at his feet, then turns back toward the nearly finished coffin, bloodied hammer in hand.
Murder's a big word. And no, this here's a bed for someone 1,000 times better than that snake. Rest her soul. The love of my life, Gret. She passed in the night.
He tenderly runs a hand.
If she were here, she'd tell me this plank is crooked. Chastise me.
The man holds a hand to his cheek for a moment. He turns from you, lines...
But I was... It was... Please, tell me. Tell me. And you smell of burnt hair and barren dreams. So close to the dream. Not to worry.
Leave him be. Listen, I can help you if...
Shut up, elf.
This clown, you caught him stealing from my kitchen. Still won't say where he stashed supplies. Crate of food, citrus in particular. He'll talk, or he'll die quiet. Alls I want is my supplies. Happy to let this clown die in a gutter instead of my kitchen. Bring back my crate, and you could listen up. Not like this. There's too many of them.
You forget my name, here?
Take your coin.
Ain't been here long, have ya? No one gets to have it all. No one starved.
He twirls his knife between his fingers.
Divine's gone. This blade is the only god watching over for...
The lizard startles awake, his eyes narrowing to furious slits as he realizes it was you who woke him. Suddenly...
What then? What is it? Oranges. Is that what he told you he's missing? Well, I suppose it's technically true. Though I'd guess Mr. Griff is more upset about the Drudine than the citrus. The Drudine Griff cleverly smuggles into the prison, of course, stuffed inside the oranges. You don't think he'd really be so mad over a little... No, it's not the oranges, but the dreams he's after. Same as I, though. I have the right, the responsibility. It may be hard for you to understand, but my kind We dream for the greater good. What we... Before I was caught, before I was brought here, I saw a vision. But just as I was about to see how it happened, the Magisters beat down my door. This is my last chance. So you see, I cannot give back the Drudene. Not only for myself, but for all of us. My dreams are my gift. They may be our salvation, too. Go ahead. It'll be you that dooms us. Go now. Go now. Leave me be.
Don't tell anyone where you got this, eh?
Take your coin then.
Psst. Hey, you're a little light in your pack, ain't you, girl? Who could blame you with the garbage they got for sale round here?
Perhaps if those bleeding dwarves didn't eat so much. Worse than war rations, these.
Why don't you take a gander at the goodies I got? Stuff you won't find anywhere else in camp. Procured by special means. Fella in that cage is the thief. Stashed the oranges somewhere before he was caught. If you believe that. I see plenty of liars in my line of work. Snakes, weasels, worms. That fella's square as a pavestone. If he's the thief, I'll eat my boots. Sure do. Ask me, it'd have to...
She darts her tongue out of her mouth.
Some folks and some reptiles. I see plenty of liars in my line of work. Snakes, weasels. It's all in the eyes. Sure you don't want to have a look at my stock before you go? I was serious about what I said. Everything in my pack's been... Fend for yourself then, sweetheart. I'll take what...
Worse than war rations, these. Perhaps if those bleeding dwarves didn't eat so much.
Psst. Hey, you're a little light in your pack, ain't you, mate? Who could blame you with the garbage they got for sale round here? Why don't you take a gander at the goodies I got? Stuff you won't find anywhere else in camp. Procured...
Griff glances from his blade to you and back again.
You already know the terms. Nothing else to say. Sure, have a look.
Here's the goods.
Take your coin then.
An elf, caked in mud and blood, looks up at you from the bottom of the cage.
You believe what he says? Perceptive. Like most men behind bars, I'm innocent. Like most of us here on the island, in fact. Aren't you like me, looking for a way out? I do. But you guess I need something too. I know a way out. I show you. And you help me out of here. I cannot die in this cage. Finally, Griff releases me if he sees I do not have what he misses. You must find who steals them. After I am free, you are free. I see no one. In fact, I only hear the sound of Griff clearing his throat. You know how he does? Like so. I intend no harm. I want only some you understand. Thank you.
You come to fight. You come to prove you're good. Who aids you? Choose wisely. Whether you fail or succeed, you do not fight.
You are not the one.
My fight is strong. No way I'll be bested.
You come to fight. You come to prove good. Who are you?
A little reprieve from the din outside.
Something isn't right here. Could be an ambush.
Spirit.